wizard, what do you see as you twist your tiles beneath our feet? What do you see?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Alliance live show number 99, baby. We're ready to rock and roll. Sorry about last week, guys. Got a little tied up, so we couldn't get it going. But we're rest assured we're here today. We're ready to rock and roll, and we're gonna dive into all this stuff. I mean, there wasn't really much going on last week, to be honest with you. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about episode 100 coming next week, and a couple of things we plan to do there. And in the meantime, I guess let's talk about the Gear 13, guys. First of all, let me introduce everybody here on the panel. Obviously, as always, I'm joined by my co-host, good old Maurice. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on?
What's going on, brother? How you doing? How's your weekend so far?
So far, so good. You?
Pretty good. Pretty good. We're also joined, as usual, by Avi. How you doing, Avinash?
I'm doing great, thank you.
And we're also joined by one of our very frequent guests and one of the best hosts in the world, RangerJ1999. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, what do you want?
What's going on?
I'm trying to do TW over here and do lore videos. What do you want, Ramon?
So you're doing lore videos? What kind of lore videos are you up to?
You see, I can tell that Ramon doesn't watch the channel, so that hurts my feelings.
Well, I mean, if you had told me you were doing lore videos, I'd be a little. It would have piqued my interest. I mean, I want to hear Ranger lore videos for sure.
Well, there's three of them. I've got one on Darth Malak, one on Shock T, and I just did the recent one on Wat Tambor.
Okay.
The new character out there, and the next one's going to be on the Geonosis.
Definitely check that out, guys. A link to Ranger's channel, the Reality Skewed Gamers, is in the description of the live show. So, all right, guys, let's talk about Gear 13. What are your thoughts? I mean, are you guys scared? Is anybody scared for Gear 13?
No.
It's scary.
Get out of here. This is like Gear 12 Plus. It's fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. You'll be fine, Avalanche. You probably have more Gear 13s than I will before I even get one.
Well, only combined, but
wow.
They still won't combine as to make one piece, but I'll have little bits and pieces all over the place. So probably it's going to be interesting. Yeah. I like the color though. I like the color that they chose for it. I think that's pretty cool.
I'm not a big fan of the color. It's weird.
Yeah,
It looks like the starting of a rainbow. It's like fire. Your characters are on fire.
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah.
It does have like a striking resemblance to like a fire, like type colors. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's the first time they've done like a halvesies color. I actually thought they were going to go full red, but they did not. That's pretty much the typical like progression in looter-based games as well. Like, so if you think about the stuff that you get, in like any game where you get loot, like for example, Borderlands or Anthem or something like that, the loot that you get comes in color tiers, right? And the color tiers are either clear, which is like the first level. Then you get like green stuff. Then you get the next level would be blue tier stuff, which would be like rare items. Then you get purple stuff, which would be considered like epic items. Then you get yellow stuff, which is considered like legendary items. And then the red is the exotics, which is like above legendary. So it's like, you have the same tier. So I'm assuming it's kind of the same idea. Like, they're just going to go, like at the end, like when it's all said and done, you'll probably be like full red will be the final color.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah. But
thank you, Cairo. What's up? What's up, Ranger? What's up, it says, what's up, Ramon? What's up, Sidekick Ranger? Hey, Gum.
Nobody likes him.
Thank Cairo. What's going on, brother? Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it.
I forgot Abby, but
yes, thanks for that.
Wow. I was just crying. I'm just crying in my corner because I wasn't mentioned.
No, don't really. No, listen. Thanks. His whole goal in life is just to troll me, and so the fact that you were not mentioned has nothing personal against you. He's just trying to get me riled up a little bit. That's all.
Oh yeah, I figured.
So I mean, what they're trying to say in the notes that I saw on the forums is that they're basically saying that they want Gear 13 to mean something, so that there's going to be like a whole bunch of bonuses that you get from your mods when you turn to Gear 13. So it's actually going to make your characters like a lot better, like giving them much bigger health pools. Like there was some statistics on there about like General Grievous having like 96k base health or something like that. So I saw that on T101's video earlier this week. So do you think that, let's say the person that's the first person to get to Gear 13 in Arena is going to have like a huge advantage over the person behind him?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And it's going to be that way for a little while until the little people, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but I mean the more free-to-play people, the people that level up slower take longer to get this stuff. It's just like it seems to me that the way that they're handling all of this stuff, it seems to be getting a wider and wider gap between the pay-to-plays and the free-to-plays and stuff. So it's going to be tough for everybody for a while.
Yeah, but the other place you can get it is going to be the Grand Arena Championships and the new Geonosis. So I think that's even going to cause even more of a headache for people that are not going to.
Yeah, that's just
not so much Grand Arena Championships. I think it'll be tiered on that, but those that can't get the additional stuff out of Geonosis right away are going to fall a little bit behind too. So it's going to be interesting to see how they balance that, that progression.
Right.
When it comes to the loot and stuff. I mean, they still haven't announced, how the loot's going to work. So I'm going to be keenly interested in how that's going to work. So
I am too, because it's kind of a little bit of a debate in one of my guilds. So it's like, do we continue or, because everybody wants to get their Malik 7-star. And so if you were doing the new Geo, even though we're getting the new guild event tokens, as well as the old one, how much are we going to get? Because based on how hard the Geo is going to be, how much rewards are we going to end up getting?
I want it better be a lot, damn it.
honestly, yeah. Because this is kind of like, I can't say end game stuff, but it's it's progressively harder, so it's got to have more stuff to start with, and then it builds up from there. We've got to get into that progression, because of the way that the game is built up, the characters have built up, and everything has to progress more and more. You can't lop off the rewards. You can't have them stay the same. They've got to progress with the rest of the game. So sorry about my rant.
No, valid, well thought out, articulated points.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, no, I'm kind of curious how it's all going to work out too, and I'm not too thrilled about the fact that we're going to lose out on dark side territory battles and that loot, because we're going to be choosing to do this. Like if they make you choose one or the other, which is what it seems like they're going to be doing. I feel like we're going to miss out on a whole bunch of stuff that we need from dark side territory battles, because it'll probably be different gear. We're going to start not to get that dark side territory battles gear, and then you're going to have to start buying it out of the shop, and it'll become like a grind for you. I don't know. I feel like we should be able to get the rewards from both, or do both concurrently. I mean, both of those territory battles are pretty much on auto sauce at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so why would you do it?
Yeah.
If they're on auto sauce, it's an easy decision. Do you want more like Gear 12 left side salvage, or do you want Gear 12 finishers that are going to increase your character stats?
Both.
50%. You can get both.
I'm greedy.
It says very directly.
She wants it all. She wants it all. She wants it now.
Well, a lot depends on how your guild's separatist droids are, right? Because Carrie said on the interview on the Escape podcast that I think she said it relies on your separatist droid, is what she said in that interview. I don't know if that means that you're going to need every single one of them 7-star. I don't know if that's going to mean they could simply be the special mission for the second day, but she did state that you're going to need them. So.
Doesn't that also mean that there's going to be people or guilds, for example, that are going to be kind of in the in-between phase, where they have to decide which they're going to do, and they may not be able to fully get full stars on, let's say, the Geonosis territory battles, but they can get full stars on the Hoth territory battles. So they're going to continue to do Hoth because they're getting more rewards from there. Because ultimately, they're only clearing like a small portion of the Geonosis territory battles, right?
From what I understand, it is a huge contention with the more mid-range type guilds, because one thing, a lot of them have not gotten the max stars in both the light side and even the dark side, because you've got to be over 200 million GP guild to be able to get that 48 star there. So people are going to be missing out on those rewards. And then you've got some of the mid-range that are still working on IPD shards and some of the other stuff there. So they're really torn. And I've talked to several guild leaders about it. So they're not sure what to do. They don't want to fall further behind because they're missing out on the Geo.
Yeah, it's just something guilds are going to have to make a decision on, right? Where are we on the and it's I understand where Carrie's trying to go with this after seeing the interviews and things of that nature. She's trying to create a progression system like we saw in a lot of MMORPGs, right? Like World of Warcraft. You have to start off with a level 1 character, then you level it up. Then you got to start in the beginning zones, in the beginning raids, so you get gear. And then you progress to the next zone, and the next zone, and stuff like that. So, I think that's the direction they want to go. Not only is that the feeling that I got from the interviews and stuff, and that's the direction they want to go with the rating, but also the team aspects, your whole roster being used with Grand Arena Championships, and some of the other things, getting away from the single arena PvP. Those are the two takeaways I had from all the information that I saw from Fury and CG this week, is that's the direction they're going. That it's going to be about your rosters, more Grand Arena, where you're using your whole roster counts, not just one arena, and that the progression of, like, say, raids and the PvE side will be like a progressive system we've seen in, like, World of Warcraft or the Old Republic, any of those MMORPGs. So it'll be interesting. I'm fine with that. I really am. I mean, it's end game content. You gotta build up to it because that's the way a lot of games are set up.
Well, if you're a PvP focused guild, you really have no choice. You have to do Geonosis. Like just
Right.
simply for no other reason that you're going to be starting to match up against your TW opponents, and they're going to have 50 Darth Revens at Gear 13. You're going to have none. That's going to be a huge difference. You got to think that not everybody in your guild is PvP. Some of your guild mates might like PvE stuff, like the territory battles, like the raid. And these people, because they don't really like PvP that much, aren't going to be super active in the Grand Arena aspect. So they're going to rely on the TB portion to get their Gear 13 or their finishers, if you will. So it's a tough. I'd say if you've cleared both, if you've got the max stars of both, I think it's kind of a no-brainer. But I mean, like you guys mentioned, the in-betweener guilds, like the guilds are getting 46 and 43 stars. What do they do? That would be interesting to see how they play it.
Yeah. I think they're going to go for, I know some of them are going to go for the Geo one this time coming up just to see how they can do. And if they're not going to do that well, and it depended upon the rewards, they might pop back to the Hoth TB just to be able to stay caught up and get better rewards so that they can get the, whatever it is that they need.
Yeah.
So,
well, I hope they just give us. I hope they give us a test run. Like I hope they really do release it on its own, so everyone can play it and then make the decision. Because what's going to happen is a lot of guilds are going to be like, "Oh, let's go after the new one," and then it's going to be too late. Be like, "Whoa, we aren't ready for this." There's no
exactly. Yeah.
You waste a whole week's of rewards that you would have gotten for 3 stars in the new one. So I do hope they give us like a kind of like they did, like an exhibition, if you will. Even if the rewards, even if we don't get rewards, just have an option to play it, so you can make that decision as an officer. That's the one thing I'm a little worried about is first,
right?
Yeah. Guild getting in over their heads and wasting a week's worth of work.
Yeah, I've got guilds that are trying to merge and everything else, just trying to get above that 80 million GP, and I'm like, dude, I think that's about the amount of points you get for 1 star. So. 80 million GP isn't going to get you very far.
Well, she did say in the interview that the new one, the new one is it does have platoons, and they did do a segment of the interview about platoons, but he made a disclaimer before that, so I'm not really sure what platoons is. But she did say that combat would be more heavily weighed in this one than the platoon point. So. Mm-hmm. And she said they are going back to random. There will be a random platoon assignment every time.
Oh, I figured that was going to be the case for sure. There's no way they're going to lock it for the new Geo TB.
Do we have any idea when this is starting?
No.
If I had to venture a guess, it's going to be the next time Dark Side Territory Battles is around. So what? 2 weeks?
That's what I was thinking. That's my guess.
Because we got the Hoth one starting, I guess it's on Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah. Which is off a day, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure why they're and the end of TB is the sign up day for the next TW. So it's just there's no break.
So we also got 2 new characters into the game. We're going to be getting Alpha Geonosis.
Alpha Brood
Geonosis.
Yeah, they made it up.
And then we're going to be getting... What's the new character that we're getting, Ranger?
Well, it's Alpha Brood and Wat Tambor.
Right. So, basically, they're going to be coming out sort of like the Hoth characters, like Captain Han Solo and Rebel Officer Leia Organa, right? So Rolo, and which ones are going to be Cantina and which ones are going to be achievable through the territory battles? Do we know that yet?
I think the Brood is the one you get from the special mission,
right?
And I think the other one is I don't recall her mentioning how we're going to obtain that character, but she said it's going to be just like Captain Han and Rolo, as an example.
Yeah.
So
please don't be a hard note. Oh God, people would.
I am so tired of hard nodes right now. Yeah, and the lack of shards that we get from them.
so brutal. Oh,
I really just don't like the ship nodes. I mean, I tell you, I mean, the hard nodes I can deal with. Those refreshes are okay, 25, whatever. I'm talking about the
fleet battles.
The fleet battles are that's so expensive. It's 100 crystals for a refresh of the fleet, and it's like
I had it backwards. Farm Alpha and do mission for what?
right.
Okay, I apologize. Right.
Oh, did you say the opposite? Oh, I didn't even catch it.
I did.
I'm really excited about the extra Geonosis, and he's also supposed to be a leader, right? So that's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, no more Poggle, yay!
Yeah.
I gotta tell you though, doing this lore video for the Geonosians, I tried to find who Alpha Brood Geonosian is, and someone told me it was in a Clone Warrior episode, but I've been searching all day, and I'm like, okay, I give up. I can't find any reference to that specific type of name of a Geonosian. So, it's kind of like what they did with Jedi Revan. Didn't really exist, so barely in the mythos. So. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this character.
Well, now she mentioned one of them was a non-combat character, kind of like the dark side Hermit Yoda.
Right.
They don't initiate combat; they just bring all sorts of little. Sounds like they got some cool stuff coming with just the way some of these characters interact with the game. They sound like they're gonna be pretty cool.
I think it's gonna be Wat Tambor that's gonna be the combat less character, the character.
Yeah.
That
Oh
doesn't attack.
yes. Yeah, he's a military leader and a scumbag, so yeah, it was perfect.
So I mean, Geonosian, Alpha Geonosian is going to be pretty cool. I'm not thinking it's going to change how good the Geonosians are, but maybe they do some stuff for the Geonosians too. Who knows?
Yeah,
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm still thinking the Grand Arena Championships are going to come first. It's not getting Geonosis a bit.
So you know now at this point that separatists are going to basically be like the bounty hunters of Geonosis territory battles, and and that with the Geonosians coming out, that the Geonosians are going to kind of be like the Imperial troopers of Darkside territory battles. So it's like, or I mean, it's somewhere in that order, right? So. You got to figure that that they're going to be required. I mean, I'm assuming if they're releasing these two characters in conjunction with that, they're going to be characters that are required for battles. So I'm assuming you're going to need to have your Geonosians up to snuff and your Separatists too. So got to collect them all.
Yep.
Got to collect them all. But along with the Gear 13, the new characters, the Geonosis territory battles, we're going to be getting the Grand Arena Championships here pretty soon as well. So a lot of content coming in the next few weeks. Do we have any definitive answers on the Grand Arena Championships when that starts?
Pretty sure Grand Arena Championships and the TB sounds like they're both going to be dropped in the same update. So.
Right.
That's the gist I caught.
Yeah, I think that the Grand Arena Championships I'm just kind of guessing here, maybe around the first part of July, because I know that there's not a Grand Arena this month. But then again, they could pop something in if they do an update. So who knows? You never know.
It is good to see Ramon taking full advantage of the double drops. That cap energy. Do some hard nose, man. Boy, do some hard nose.
I've done all my hard nodes except for
get the new gear.
Okay, in my face, he's saving it for the refresh. My bad.
That makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense.
Like an ass. Yeah. You get that Poggle. You gotta get that Poggle. Oh, you got Poggle?
You got the new ship. You get the IG shards. Yeah.
Do I have Poggle? I mean, what kind
Is there a ship on that shard?
Yeah, IG 2000.
Oh, get in my face! What am I? Look at me! I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Do I have Poggle? Absolutely, I have Poggle.
And you'll like it too.
Yeah, I mean, I not that I want them, but my Geonosians are. They're a problem.
Well, you probably got a decent soldier.
No, they're all
Maybe a
they're
decent
all
toggle.
they're all gear 10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I need some love, but I'm not too far behind. So, I was a big proponent of Geonosis Spy, just like you, and Sunfac. I love Sunfac, but
she teased that it sounded like Spy and Poggle might get some love. She mentioned some touch-ups.
And that'll be nice.
Poggle needs a whole lot of touching. That's what Geonosis Spy's.
Needs a whole lot of loving, yeah.
Spy's okay.
Make him Poggle the Greater.
Yeah, it just doesn't really. I was really wanting him to work well with Newt. He just.
My separatists are going to be a problem.
Got to farm him, buddy.
I got them all farmed. I mean, the stars are not the problem. I only need B1 battle droid. Really, that's the only one I don't have.
You're the same boat I am, man.
The only problem is that the gear level with. Once it get past Grievous and Dooku, it's pretty much just gear 11, gear 10, gear 10, gear 10, gear 10, gear 10, gear 10. So, I don't know. I'll get there.
B2 doesn't really need to be gear 12.
Nah, it's fine, gear 11.
B2 or B1?
B2 doesn't need to be.
Oh.
It helps, but it just he just. And honestly, it's not the end of the world if he's the only, if you run a Grievous team, him being at gear 11 is actually not terrible because he won't ever get that taunt. So that's what you don't want. You don't want B2 getting that forced taunt and then he can't just get all that turn meter. So.
Well, I can't stand to have something purple amongst all that gold. So that's like an OCD thing of mine.
Yeah, I think they make a cream for that.
I want to get these droids done. I want to get this Grievous team going. That'd be kind of cool. As far as Dooku goes, I mean, I kind of got to New Gunray up a little bit recently here, so I could get that going. But I mean, do you really see a team that they fit in where you're not taking characters away from another team? So let's say they add this new Geonosian, right, and you run 5 Geonosians together. Then what happens to Dooku and New Gunray? What team are they on?
Well, you gotta. I mean, I run some goofy stuff, but I run Newt Gunray lead with Dooku, Asajj, and 2 Geonosians. You got to pull in Asajj is the problem, so that's fine. The thing is, everyone's like, "Oh, I can't." Yes, you can. Like your Mother Thousand lead without Asajj, if you got Spirit and Acolyte, that team can take out everything the team can with Asajj. That's the thing. You have to remod your Night Sisters and look at them a little differently. But Asajj is you almost need to pull her in just because. There's only so many choices.
Right.
Newt Gunray, Dooku, and 3 Geonosians is good for beating Kira, but that's you're gonna have a hard time with some other stuff without Asajj. So yeah, I like Asajj and her Newt a lot, but you need Acolyte and Spirit is the problem. That's a lot of people don't have Spirit. Newer players probably don't have Acolyte. Just a lot of us, like our level, have Acolyte because she was so valuable the first few months of the Sith raid.
Oh yeah.
So get that Spirit up, and you got a team without Asajj.
So it's safe to say at this point that you should start working on your Geonosians, right? I mean, I think they're going to be a requirement. I mean, they're
be right.
First of all, if they're not required as a faction, let's say it's not specifically Geonosians, they're definitely required as part of a separatist situation. And I think that I don't think we're going to be seeing Empire requirements. I think we'll be seeing separatist requirements. I think we'll be seeing.
Well, you just nailed it, man. It's going to be just like I would imagine. It's going to be just like the P6. You need the separatist droids for the special mission, but then you also need just generic separatists for a combat mission, just like the Imperial Troopers is, and there's an Empire specific mission for P6. And then there'll be some sprinkle in the platoons too, just to keep it juicy. So it's those first few. Oh golly, P6.
It's gonna be something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something just like that, right? And it's gonna be nasty, like ridiculous what you need. So, I'm just thinking, it does. I think at this point, my inner Zen, the gut feeling that I get is that it's time to work on your Geonosians. It's time to work on your Separatists. I don't think that you could possibly go wrong by doing that. Now, what I'm saying is that everybody's
hoard the gear for them.
Everybody's at a different stage in this game. So some of you already have these characters done. Some of you are working on other teams. But what I would say is, if you can afford to, I would start working on those Separatists. That's what I would say. For sure. That's just my opinion. And again, I could be wrong. I mean, the Separatists, but I mean, it seems like it's written in the stars that the Separatists are going to be a requirement for this territory battles. And if that's the case, then these characters here are going to be pretty important. So,
Yeah, but just like, you don't go crazy on the gear, because like I say, like I'm still sitting with a Gear 11 Hoth Rebel Soldier and Scout that are completely overgeared for it.
Mine never went past 9.
Yeah, you guys were smarter than I was. So I mean, don't go all in on them. Just on try it out. Like, you've got Gear 10 Geos here. Okay, what if you need the Geo specifically for like day 2 or 3, and you can probably beat it in Gear 10. You don't want to go too high on them. And then
basically, Maurice's advice right now is to go Gear 12 your Paga the Lesser immediately.
Hell, mother effing no.
He turned his camera off as soon as I said that.
Oh no! Can you guys hear me?
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were so offended by my comment that you were just like, just turned off your camera and just left the chat.
It was just the right moment that happened.
Yeah, pure coincidence. My internet started being janky. Okay.
Man, you should have heard him insult you and everything, Maurice.
Oh, I heard it all.
It's crazy, Sandy.
It was like, oh my God, where's the earplugs?
Paga the Lesser is the answer.
I did take Pago to Gear 12, just because it was easy, and I had a brilliant idea with Nuke Gunray that didn't pan out. Pago is still on the bench, but
I never thought that this day would come. Honestly, I kind of thought that they were just going to leave the Geonosians as like forever, just never like a finished faction. I kind of had written it off as like a possibility at this point. I'm surprised. I'm glad it happened, or it's happening, and I've definitely always thought about the possibility of there being a 5th Geonosian and these characters actually meaning something at some point. But weird time. It's cool. It's just crazy. I mean, after all these years of having 4 Geonosians in the game, they finally decided to throw one more in there, now.
Right.
I mean, it's just, they had all this. I mean, we could have used a Geonosian for like 3 years now, so, thanks.
Jeez. Thanks for nothing.
Thanks. No, I'm excited. I mean, listen, listen, I'll tell you the truth. I mean, I got these Geonosians because back when, I mean, they were all geared up when they were like relevant characters. Like when Sunfac was still a relevant character, Gear 10 was where it was at. So what I'm saying is like, it's just that, the team was always lacking something, and it's like now, I finally get to put together something with that investment I made from Sunfac 2.5 years ago. It's like you spent. Sunfac was chromium only. You know what I mean? Like Sunfac, you just have to buy Sunfac the hard way. So it's like, there were no Sunfac packs. It was like, spend. Countless, crystals on just random characters, and hopefully you get Sunfac. But it was like, yeah, I mean, it's like, I just find it funny that they, they take so much time to, I mean, like when you release a Geonosian character like that, to make him meta relevant or to make him at least even decent, there should have been another character released with him at that time or close to that time, so that you got the value out of it. Now my Sunfac money is it's not as valuable as it was 2 years ago. But anyway. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Geonosians, and I'm looking forward to the territory battles. I think it'll be cool. I'm glad that it's going to be a little hard. I think it's interesting to see how challenging it'll be. But based upon the rewards is really whether or not it's going to be worth it. And I'll tell you right now, no matter what the rewards are, there's going to be a controversy about it. We all know that.
Oh yeah.
Whether they're good or not good is going to be, no matter what, they're not going to be good enough. The rewards are not going to be good enough no matter what. So it's like, we'll have to see. And that's the problem. I think we're going to be missing out on some of the other territory battle rewards. I mean, they'll probably still give us the currency, like those tokens that you get for the store.
Oh yeah, we do.
You'll still get that. But what I'm saying is there's other stuff that you get from those territory battles besides currency that kind of helps you gear up your characters, and if we miss out on that stuff, that could kind of suck. Unless they create some way like they have in the past for us to get that gear easier, like throw it into the shard shop for a cheaper price. Do people still even call it the shard shop? I mean, am I the only?
Yeah.
Does that show your age that you call it the shard shop? Because it's not the shard shop. It hasn't been for a while now, So it's.
Does that show your age? What are we playing this game in dog years? What do you mean?
What I'm saying is, for us who've been playing for 3 years, it's we know the shard shop. But what I'm saying is,
Oh my God, Remo.
Not everybody knows the shard shop.
Back in my day, we didn't have the shard shop. We called it
the shard store sells gear now. There's no shards.
Other shops. That's where it was related.
There's so many shops and tokens and crap like that. I get them all confused.
It's still going to get worse.
And we're going to get more. Yeah, that's like, oh my God.
Prepare yourself. It's coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully it's all good. Hopefully the rewards are great, and we all get a nice challenge out of it. I'm sure it's going to be a freaking marathon race to try to get to the 7-star level with all these characters. Everybody's going to be going bananas to get 7-star characters that they need for territory battles. So. We'll see how that goes. I'm wondering how they release the characters and if they release packs, because that'll change things. People who can buy the pack will get the 7-star version, and everybody else is going to feel like they're letting them down because they don't have the 7-star version. So it's going to be it's going to suck, but it'll be awesome at the same time.
True.
So anyway. Yeah, I mean, other than that, are there any other big updates that I missed here? I think we covered most of the stuff from the last few days. I mean, there's a lot that, came out. We're getting a capital ship. That's right. Sorry, I forgot to mention the capital ship. So we're getting the, is it General Kenobi? The negotiator?
Yeah.
So, is everybody excited about the negotiator?
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm rubbing my nipples. I'm so excited.
Are you leveling up your clone ships right now for the negotiator?
I think it shows my age that I just simply don't care about.
Yeah, I wanted something more exciting.
Yeah, us old geezers can't be concerned with this new technology called ships.
It shows your age, bro. It shows your age.
I don't get excited about ships. I pretend sometimes.
Now, good old Maurice, these things are called ships, and you step in them, and they will take you places.
Well, I mean, they said in the post it's going to be similar to Mace's endurance. It's just going to be like an offensive endurance.
Yeah, I know. But it is a famous ship from Star Wars, you know. I mean,
We'll see.
so-
Yeah,
You know-
I would be more excited if it was like evil, like Sith or something. You know, I would be more excited about it.
we're
But
still getting one of those too. Don't you worry.
How could it not be?
I know.
How could it not be a Separatist ship or a Sith ship?
We're getting
I
one
know,
of those.
I
We're
know,
gonna get
yeah.
one. Hold on.
How could it not?
It's coming.
Be? How is it that? How are we getting the
Oh,
negotiator?
Lord.
How are we getting the negotiator first?
Well, first of all, why are we
Man.
talking about this so long? It's ships, man. They need a whole bunch more stuff.
Well, I'll tell you
for
what,
us to
man. I
get-
mean, they hinted that it's going to synergize with, or they said it probably pairs well with Jedi Anakin ship. I don't know if that means they're actually telling us it's going to synergize well or that you feed that ship. But I wouldn't be shocked. You know, Grandmaster Yoda's Starfighter was in the data mine long, long ago. They can just drop that ship as a marquee or galactic chase. You know, maybe give us another ship or two. I'd imagine they would, but then,
Sure.
you know, then maybe it's a whole new fleet, and you do actually have two Galactic Republic teams: a defensive one for Mace and a offensive oriented one under Kenobi. So,
yeah, I've heard a rumor that there might be two capital ships, or am I just blowing smoke out of my butt?
I think the Malevolence was the other one. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's coming.
I just, you know, these Sith ships. I really think we're gonna need them for something. Like, there's no way we.
There's something
Yeah.
down the line, but I don't know if
I've been
They're gonna
working
surprise
on it.
us.
I
There's
know.
a surprise. There's a surprise coming at some point.
Like,
don't know what it
hey, you have to use these ships, so they make no sense with one another. Enjoy.
Actually, it's not the negotiator. Bang. You know.
No negotiating around here.
That
No.
Forget about it. Hey.
Wouldn't it be awesome if they just like straight up lied all the time? You know, like if they were just like, guys, yeah, it's gonna be Mace Windu's ship again. Mace Windu's #2. You know, like and
This
then,
is the slightly different version.
and
It's
then
got
this
one, it's got one
it's-
addition on the ship. It looks like a
right.
Lego piece.
It's
Looks like a
the
Lego.
other ship.
Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
awesome if they were like, yeah, guys, it's gonna be the Epic Hawk #2. You know, and then it's a Sith ship, you know, or something cool. It would be awesome if it was like some. If they just like gave us misleading information from time to time and then like surprised us with really cool stuff.
Just when you thought you couldn't get another Falcon, bam!
The Millennium Falcon,
Falcon number 6.
Falcon #6.
This time, Leia's piloting it. Check it out.
I mean, listen, I would welcome the occasional misdirection, but at the same time, you know, I guess there's money behind all this stuff, so that's not really that fun when you invest in something and then it's like you find out, it's like you know, you spend like all this money gearing up your clone ships, and then
Oh God, yeah.
oh, it's the Epic Hawk #2. You know,
It's
and
sort
if-
of like kind of like Marauder and Sith Assassin. It's like, oh yeah, these are going to go so well, and they're going to be the primo meta team, and it's like, we're going to give you your money back basically on some of
Remon
this.
and good old Maurice were like, Remon, this is so wizard.
It would be Wizard, man. Absolutely.
I'll try spitting with this one. It's a good trick.
This is so Wizard, man.
You guys will never hear me call anything a wizard. That will never.
I would call something Wizard for sure. Remember when stuff was mint back in the day? Oh, that's so mint. Oh, that's mint.
Oh
That's
God,
mint.
yes.
No, you Yankee. Nobody said that down here.
Yeah.
This car is mint. It's mint.
The only
We were
wizards
talking about like baseball cards or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they even said it even when I lived on the reservation. So it was like, yeah, it's everywhere.
Maurice, do you still say that you have to bounce? Like, guys, I'm gonna bounce.
No, but I confess to saying that in a phase of my life. I used to use that word, but I'm gonna bounce out of here, guys. See you later. Yeah, that was me. You can make some jokes.
Yeah. No, we've all been there before.
Got to bounce, guys. See ya.
Yeah, I got to bounce too. Let's go, good. Let's go drink some moonshine, drink and chew some tobacco.
I think Ranger still says that he has to bounce. I think that's
He
that's
does.
I just say, lick my ass. I'm going home.
I think Ranger says he's got to peace out.
Yeah. Deuces.
Deuces.
Toodaloo.
Or I know when Maurice leaves, he says one, guys, one love.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, he made that up. That's not true. Because Good Maurice never says goodbye. He just punches you in the face and walks out like a man.
You mean I bounce out?
Like, bye, Good Maurice. See you later. Oh.
All right, Negotiator coming to the game.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yeah, Negotiator's coming, so get ready for that. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't know what the
Well, in the post they do say, we'll have more information in the coming weeks. So,
Yeah.
I would expect it to be 2 weeks away at a minimum. They did use the plural form of week, but
how do you think we're going to get it?
I don't. Oh, it's going to be a legendary event, and I just don't know what ships we're going to need for it. Probably all the Galactic Republic ships.
Well, with it being so long since we've gotten a new capital ship, I really hope it's a legendary, like just a 5-star unlock. That would be the pit.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Capital ship we've had.
Honestly, I hope with us not having a capital ship for so long, I hope they just give it to us for free.
Yeah, good lord.
Just guys, here's a capital ship. Every other capital ship is basically free in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, the next one, give us one for free, and then the next one, the Malevolence.
Yeah, it's like drugs. Yeah. You give the first one away free. That's how you hook them and you back in.
You should just sell your characters for $50, and I'd buy them all.
Like, I need another capital ship, baby. I'm hurting. I need that planet fire, baby. Come on, I'm hurting. Come on, man.
And just to think about how sick that this really is. Wouldn't it be awesome if everything was just $50? If, let's say, it was like $50 and you got like a 7-star Gear 12 version of the character.
How dare you?
But it's $50. It's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But really,
it is.
But at the same time, that's like in comparison to what you have now. Like if like $50 doesn't even get you to Gear 8. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't $50 doesn't even unlock the character for you.
That doesn't give you a foot massage.
Right, yeah.
It's I don't know, man. It's crazy.
$50 doesn't mean what it used to. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Negotiator's coming. Get ready. What do you guys think as far as like characters you'll need for that? You think clones?
Republic.
Yeah, I'm thinking, Galactic Republic, so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people having farms. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, those have been on the bottom of my list.
I'm kind of leaning towards the Galactic Republic ships, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see.
Five's ship was last month. We have this random Ayla. Ayla is the random character of the month. I don't think we've talked about that.
Ayla.
Oh, is she for this month?
Yeah.
I haven't even paid attention. I just hit that claim button. Okay. Interesting.
Anyone discuss any theories on that? Just kind
well,
of
it's not like she has a ship or something. It doesn't give you much of a clue there.
Well, she's Galactic Republic, right? So she's probably getting a rework at some point.
I would love it if she got a rework.
Mace, Mother Effing Windu first. Come on, y'all. We got to stay on target. If we got
Ayla and Mace are definitely getting something.
Yeah, I need them to redesign the Mace Windu to be the midriff Mace Windu. So,
snap. Trying to remember.
All right.
No, I can't recall that one.
All right, let's move on to the meta report here. Brought to you by good old Maurice.
Brought to you by Bounce.
It was in the whale store. Excuse me. In my face. That's what it is. This wrong place. She is in the weekly shipment. That's what it is.
These are the weekly shipments, yep.
Oh, weekly ship. Okay.
So this is the meta report brought to you by SWGOH.GG. We got Darth Revan on top. Big surprise. Jedi Knight Revan behind him. The only real thing here is it looks like Shakti has made the list.
Yes.
And, I mean, it's only 4 of them. It's only 4 of them. But she's out there.
God bless you, folks. God bless you.
Yeah.
Padme Amidala, though, actually keeps moving up the list a little bit. So, I mean,
A little bit. Like, yeah.
I mean, listen, there's 100.
Barely on the radar at 113.
You know, when you're saying the number 1 is 6,227, yeah, it's a very little bit, yeah. I mean,
a little blip.
I mean, she's the green. If that's the green in there, that's her. You know what I mean? So, something to celebrate.
Yeah. The graphic reminds me of a Pac-Man with a tooth problem.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. It does kind of look like that. But anyway, that's the meta report. Not much to talk about there.
No.
Shakti, baby.
We're going to move on to the top 10 squad members at rank 1. And again, not much difference here. It really is just pretty much Bast of the Fallen and the Sith. And then after the Sith, it's the Jedi. So, same exact order as last week, pretty much, with a couple of small changes. So the meta has been pretty similar week to week now for quite some time. So we'll see if any of this stuff coming up it does have a change to that, but doesn't look like it. So
Shakti, baby.
Shakti.
I did the lore video on her.
All right.
She's actually a pretty fascinating character.
Yeah, I watched that one. That was really cool, man. The lore on her, I do nothing about her. that was very
very
informative.
Well, her death is a deleted scene from the movie.
There's an official canon or her death scene, but it's not really exciting. I don't know what to tell you about it. I mean, Vader kills her. So
you're talking about when he comes back from Order 66 and he gets her to her room or whatever.
Yeah, that's the official death
Died
of
from
Shakti.
pneumonia.
She died of a broken heart.
Well, that's what they came up with because they deleted the scene from the movie. Originally, there is.
Yeah,
I
talked about that.
There is a filmed deleted scene. You could see it. It's on the DVD of her getting killed by General Grievous. So that would actually have been a little bit more. That would have made the General Grievous character, I think, a little bit more menacing. I think they kind of made him almost like a little bit of a coward, and I don't know. I mean, not that he would have been less of a coward by doing that, but at the same time, I think it would have made the stakes a little bit higher. You know, if you saw one of the Jedi, she should have died. That scene should have been in the movie, for sure.
Well,
it would have had more. It would have had more weight, and people would remember Shakti. As of right now, nobody remembers who Shakti is. It's, it is what it is. But it was a short scene. It was a short scene. It was well done. I think it should have just been, whatever. It should have been done.
Well, George Lucas said to you.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff he took out of those movies that would have made a lot more sense.
Let's not get into the movie discussion.
All right.
It's on target. We go down that rabbit hole.
All right. Top five. This week we're looking at top 5 characters for Shakti squads. What?
What? Wait. Wait.
What?
Wait. If these are all clones, I swear I'm going to kill you both.
I want them to be all clones because they be my boys.
Well,
oh my god.
I love my clone boys.
We made this list last week, theory crafting, and now that she's out, we now know that what the top 5 members consist of. So we have to change it up.
Oh no.
It would have been more fun last week and more mixed up.
Yep. But instead, it's exactly.
Really fun.
I wait on bated breath. I wonder who number 5 is.
It's exactly who you think it is.
It's Clone Sergeant.
Number 5. Who do we got?
5. 5 is number 5.
Oh, 5 is number 5. Okay.
Why is 5 number 5?
5 is number 5 simply because he doesn't hit very hard. The end. But, no, 5's number 5. It's just this team, if you guys use it offensively, it's going to be very similar to Imperial Troopers. If your team doesn't get all its shots off and just waste the team quickly, you're probably not going to fare too well in 5s. Although it is cool that Shaak Ti can provide him a 3-turn taunt. He simply doesn't do as much damage as some of the other characters do, especially in the Double Zeta's Shaak Ti. They all have retribution, not just 5. So he's number 5, and then but he could climb up this list. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, General Grievous gets so much health in Gear 13." 5's defense like nearly doubles your mods get.
Mm-hmm.
Almost up to about 800 defense. So he gets probably about 300, 350 additional defense that your mods will kick in too. So he's gonna be a little bit. He can be very interesting. We could see the defense percentage on these mods actually start to play a little bit of role in the game. He would be a prime candidate to test that stuff out on. So he could shoot up the list. And all of these are just my initial testing. This is you guys can build whatever you want there. Any 5 work, any 4 work. So
yeah, he seems like a character that would probably benefit greatly from the Gear 13 boost. And he's also, obviously the counter-attacking character of the squad. He's also got a call-in assist. So, he's got quite a nice bag of tricks. It's just, again, out of all the clone characters and, the characters that provide value in that squad, he's probably one of the lesser ones. So
he's the sturdiest, though. What's in the Shaak Ti event when I did the bonus tier, I wasn't paying attention on one of my accounts. Because I have like several screens up at the same time. I wasn't paying attention. I just kind of clicked it on auto. And, I should have paid it more attention. Oh, I couldn't click it on auto. I had to do it manual. That's right, on the bonus tier. Well, I screwed up and they all died except for 5s. And this was almost at the very beginning. Well, 5s took every single one of them out in every single round. It took forever. But, man, he just wailed on him. And like I said, it just took forever because he has no damage. But he did great, and I was very proud of him.
Well, your 5s is amazing.
Well,
he is.
I will say that 5s, even though he's 5th on this list, he would be number 2 on the best all-around clone on the list. So,
okay,
a little love for him there.
What's going on, Jordan? No, that's Jordan. That's Dada's son. What's going on, Jordan? How you doing? Thanks for joining.
Oh, Jordan's on. Oh, okay. Okay.
So 5s is number 5. At number 4,
Clone Sergeant.
as far as characters that synergize well with Shaak Ti, we have Echo.
I was going to say Echo, yeah.
Damn it.
Echo. He is very, very good under Shaak Ti. They're all very, very good. He still is a little lackluster. He does attack a lot out of turn though, so he can just kind of a brick wall. Like he goes so often out of turn, and you can mod him, for decent damage. But Shaak Ti can provide him additional crit damage with her assist. He does have an AoE dispel that does do pretty significant damage. I think it's still to this day one of the highest damaging AoEs, just on a very long cooldown, unfortunately. But he does provide, what is it, healing? Is that what he provides? Healing or protection? Or like passive?
I think he provides healing.
Just a passive. I'll tell you right now. Let me pull him up so I don't misspeak here. Yeah, whenever another ally uses a basic ability during the turn, Echo has a 30% chance to assist, and then also clone allies recover 7% of their max health whenever they use a basic ability. That's going to be a lot on this team. So this effect can't trigger more than 2 times before the next turn. So it'd be on their basic attack, I assume, and then one more time. And like 5s does have an assist. You got Cody's assist, especially if you got Retribution, if you have that second Zeta. So basically, they can probably recover 14% of the max health in between every turn. So that can be a lot. You want to mod these guys with the 6E health stuff as well, because simply Shaak Ti provides was it 80% max health compared to what 20, or 6% max health compared to 20% max protection.
Right.
The health will trump the protection. But yeah, Echo's there. He's not very flashy. He does have a spot for a Zeta, maybe two even. He's a pretty generic character. It's probably just one, but excuse me. So he could get a touch up, if you will, in the future and really make him much better.
Yeah, I mean the AOE dispel alone is a pretty valuable asset to have on the team. You know, really just lacking in damage. That's probably why he's not higher on the list. And honestly, most of the other clones do have some significant bonuses. With the increase to viability now with Shock T. So I mean, there's definitely some better options out there. But he's obviously being a clone, he's going to be one of the more viable ones. I mean, has anybody thought about Shock T in a Jedi team? I mean, does that make any sense?
Oh, she's great as the fifth for the Darth Revan counter. But I mean, that Padme team, and once you have a model, you could really slot in a multitude of characters. I think it's just Ian has pretty much beat it with every character, including like Mace Windu as the fifth. So those four, the Anakin, Ahsoka, G-Cantor, Padme, +1 is good, and she does provide benefits to the Galactic Republic. I would think Padme is the much better leader.
Right. So. Right. All right, that's our number 4 character for a Shock T squad. Who do we have at number 3, Maurice?
Sergeant.
No. Number 3 is Rex, and a lot of people are like, "Well, why would you include Rex? He's such a valuable leader." Because Rex on your team makes the entire team go first, and you just lay waste to the entire opposing. Pretty much is what you do with Rex. He's not there as much for his tenacity up as he is in other teams. He's basically there to Shock T goes first. She has the second highest base speed in the game, 79. So if she goes first, you want to put as much speed in her as possible. Feed her 100% turn meter move to Rex, who then pops tenacity up and gives 60% turn meter to the whole of the team, and you just start laying the team out. It's why that this team, Shock T and the clones, absolutely pulverizes Night Sisters. And so like the days of 5 Night Sisters with Spirit on defense are soon to be over. You're gonna have to get a little more creative with it because this team just absolutely destroys it. They don't stand a chance. So, and Rex also with all these assists on the team and all the assist mechanics, a lot of people forget that his basic attack does remove 25% turn meter. So he's getting called in. He's getting called in on the Cody assist. He's getting called in all sorts of different scenarios via Shock T's mass assist. Maybe she just targets him alone every time he goes and does basic. That's 25% turn meter. Is a chance to remove. So, and of course, tenacity up, and then of course the subdue, which is kind of a lackluster special move, but it does do health-based damage. Unfortunately, that's not going to do any good against Malik, but it's there. So yeah, but again, he is very valuable as a leadership for most people, and not required for this team, but he is required to have your entire team go first. So keep that in mind for situational use, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the turn meter reduction on a basic, and for him to basically give everybody tenacity up and turn meter to give everybody a chance to go first. Makes him a valuable character, as he's always been, because of that reason, and that's why he's
just valuable just about anywhere.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, he's somebody you can use in pretty much any kind of a squad, and you can make a pretty good counter team to almost any meta with him as a leader. So he has a lot of value to a lot of squads, especially a clone trooper team with Shock T. So that is our number 3 leader, or number 3 character, for a Shock T squad. At number 2,
Clone Sergeant.
It is finally Clone Sergeant.
Yes, there we go. Ranger's main man.
God.
And
How is he number 2? What is this buffoonery? Explain yourself.
because you've got Clone Sergeant that can get up to 125% critical damage, meaning Clone Sergeant has a 40k plus basic attack that's getting called to assist. Every time he uses it, he gets 50% turn meter. He is a wrecking ball under this team. I personally thought he would be the odd one out, and boy was I wrong. He mows teams over. If you guys want to keep wreck for your other teams, a good strategy is keep feeding all the turn meter crit damage to Clone Sergeant. He just eventually just wastes higher.
He is the snow trooper of the clone.
He is. That's exactly what he is.
Exactly.
He needs no speed whatsoever. You put an offense there on him, offense cross. Try to put, some extra health on him so he does get some regeneration from the Shakti's leadership. Zeta, just very very good. AOE is very very good. Constant source of offense up, but Shakti is going to deliver that anyway. He's a very generic character, but if you mod him properly, he does ridiculous amounts of damage. Absolutely ridiculous.
TMoney, I'd like to point out that I was the one that said that, not good old Maurice. You quit giving your homie props that were mine.
Golly, she shows up here and starts infuriating. I know, way to go.
Yeah, good job, T.
But guys, he's and we talked about maybe needing Galactic Republic. He does have a ship. He's got a pretty good ship. It does taunt and can continue to taunt, bringing it out of reinforcements. I hate to suggest gearing him, but if he's like your clone left out, you guys might want to consider putting a little love into him. He is.
Yeah, and his ship is really good. It's very tanky. Very tanky. It can take a lot of hits.
But I mean, the Phantom Warrior is like, I'd love to run Barris with my Night Sisters. Your Asajj, unfortunately, isn't going to have a high enough health pool to withstand one basic attack from Clone Sergeant once he gets that crit. If my basic attack kills you, Barris doesn't have anything to heal. He's very good. He's not required, but if you guys are against any sort of team that has anything that heals, he just mows through it. Unbelievable. I cannot believe how good he was. Otto did nearly 2 hours of testing the other day with Shakti on his account, and Clone Sergeant was the threat of the team, not Cody. Clone Sergeant. So
Clone Sergeant can hit hard. That's for sure. It's just a matter of putting them in the right situation. So, very often it's going to be kind of a situational character like this that's going to make the difference in like an arena match or a TW match, because, he just synergizes so well with that particular squad that he becomes one of the essential pieces. So, early indications dictate that Clone Sergeant is pretty good with Shakti. So that's our number 2 character for Shakti squad. Who is our number 1? Good old Maurice.
Well, the last one, Cody. Cody is number 1. Just that assist move. Unfortunately, I have the Zeta on his leadership, which now just infuriates me. Before it disgusted me, but now I'm infuriated that there's no scenario where I'm ever going to use it again. Just all the assisting he does. If you do, and you do want to stack and mod your troopers much like you did for P4 back then. You want to have as high crit chance as possible, so when he uses his assist, they all crit. It reduces the cooldown of his assault move. Just keep doing it over and over and over again, just regenerating health and protection, just land waste. Very, very good. Under Shakti. He is very, very squishy, though, so you do initial testing, like at first I stacked damage on him, he was dying too much, and I removed the offense, kept the crit chance, and just made him a lot tankier. He does seem to be doing a little better than he did before. His AoE move is pitiful. It's pretty.
Oh man, it's like I have to wonder
bad.
if it even I wonder if it just even does damage, because I never see any of the bars go down at all.
Yes, 9 times out of 10, I just choose the basic attack over the AoE. It does stun. One character, it does stun, but it's.
Oh, does?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, that requires putting potency on Cody, and there's just simply not enough secondary stats on mods to give him everything. Potency is the one thing I leave out, so maybe that's the problem. But Cody's very good, guys. No Zeta needed. You newer players, you lucked out there because
all of my Codys have Zetas. Oh
all
God.
of us old timers hanging out with that Zeta.
Yeah, because that was the thing for about 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. No way to force him down my roster either. He's just there every day looking at me on the third, fourth row of my characters.
And I'm like, man, dude, I could have put your Zeta on this character, and that would have been more viable.
And if you really want to do well in the tank rate, the AAT rate, Cody gets it done. So he's got value in other places too. And he's a good all-around character. I think that, like Maurice said, some of his attacks lack a little damage, and I didn't really see any value in Cody, for the last couple of years. I mean, really, besides, for the tank raid, he's never been a meta character ever. None of the clones have been. So it's the only character that was ever meta at any time was Fives. I would say. I'd say if you had a really tanky Fives back in the day, that was meta. You know what I'm saying? But and Rex, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, besides like that, like any of those characters that came out, like Cody and Echo, just never really made the team, a complete dynamite squad. So. Now with this, addition of Shock T, it definitely changes the game a little bit, makes them, a little bit more relevant. How relevant, we'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of curious how these teams will start to hold up in, TW and things like that. I mean, obviously they're not going to be really an arena team, but they'll definitely have some place, in the game. So. We'll get some more info as that progresses. But we do have an honorable mention this week, and it is C3PO. So
yep, had to put someone here. So C3PO got the nod. But he does provide all sorts of synergy. He gives them all extra crit damage and does provide a good amount of defense penetration, make them hit a little bit harder. And of course, he will give the stacks of translation to your clones. And then eventually call even more and more assists them to really fuel even more health and protection regeneration. And then he will actually confuse the other team, preventing taunts, which is very, very vital. This team is very similar to the Imperial Troopers, with the exception the Imperial Troopers specialize kind of in AoE damage. This team is same principle offensively, just single target damage. So those confuses really do come in handy because it can be difficult to get through a tank like Zalbar or L3 with these clones. So C3PO does come in very handy for the confused. So yes.
It'll be fun to try. I'd be interested to play with that a little bit.
I think this is, I tried a lot of team comps with him. He's a little underwhelming, but for those of you guys that maybe only have Clone Sergeant 5s, for the ships, maybe he could slot in while you work on your Cody or Echo. Very long term. If you guys don't have clones, this team is not really something you should probably go out and immediately go nuts over. Very, very good team, but it's I would put your resources in other departments, I guess.
Right.
It's a very big investment as a faction. It's not. If you guys have Imperial Troopers, they'll do just fine. They're kind of the same role this team does. Just having 2 Imperial Troopers squads is pretty attractive. Yep. So I have the clones, so I'm going to go after it pretty hard. But I'm having a lot of fun. Man, this team is a lot of fun. If nothing else, it's pretty cool. Shock T just out there directing traffic, dispelled on her basic. Just.
Did you get 7-star? Did you go full bays?
Full bays.
You went full bays. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think Ranger did the same, right? Ranger, you wailed out.
I got it a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that pack too. Yeah, that's worth it.
The fans wanted me to get it, so I got it. So
the pack.
I don't like the $19.99. Well, you get $10 worth of crystals. I don't want $10 worth of crystals. I just want the $10 pack of characters.
Right.
That wasn't a fan of that one.
Yeah, I just closed my eyes and got it. Yeah, but so far I've got her at 5 stars right now, and that's probably where I'm going to stick for the moment.
Well, they know that those are probably like a big hot seller. Like a lot of people buy those. You know what I'm saying? So if they could find a way to jack it up a little bit, you know. But hey, listen, you got to make money, you know. So yeah, I mean, overall, that's our top 5 characters that would synergize in a Shock T squad. So if you like that kind of thing, please do smash the like button. Do subscribe to the channel. We're going to go ahead and get into some more gameplay here in a second. And while we do that, we're going to go ahead and take any questions that we have in the chat. If you guys have any topics you'd like to discuss, now's the time to get those in, and we'll go ahead and try to touch on those here before we wrap up the stream. But yeah, if anybody has anything, I'm sure Maurice already has a couple of questions that I saw pop up from before. Do we have any questions, Maurice?
Oh yeah, we got quite a few. Let's see. N.R. Wilson, will you specify Clone Trooper or Imperial Trooper for your last question? Our first one is Nathaniel Morgan, and you guys will have to help me with this one. So I don't know really. I mean, I know what he's referencing, but I've never played the game. Since we are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Special summoning characters, what character can you special summon when you have all 6 Geos on the field?
Oh, for good lord.
Anyone have anything to say? I don't.
That's all.
So I should have screened that one better. Okay, I don't understand the context of Nathaniel.
I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh was a card game, and
Yeah, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I never played, but
I never played that game either. I don't know.
I guess he's referring to the brood ability.
It was an animated cartoon.
Yeah, I know what it is. I just never played. But I guess he's referring to that brood ability where you can call in.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of games that have, that basically have that ability. It's just basically calling in minions is what it is.
Yeah.
And
I
probably,
I think it'll be cool. I mean, we'll see.
I summon you, Pikachu.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nathaniel. We'll try. You got another question here. We'll try that one. Well, I thought you did. Yeah, there you go. How salty will the community be when their Gear 12 Zeta Seps get destroyed in Geonosis? Well,
it depends. In all honesty, I'm just like, I really have no idea what to expect, or how destroyed we're going to get. Depending upon even at the upper guilds that have the high GPs, are they going to, how's that going to go for them too, and how are they going to feel about it?
Well, I mean, the easiest way to remedy your Separatists getting destroyed is making your B1 absolutely fast as possible. That helps tremendously. The more turns he takes, the more stacks of droid battalion he gets, healing the team more, providing more tenacity, crit avoidance. He is going to be very, very important for this territory, for sure. No matter what team you go with, whether it be a Nuke, Gunray, Dooku, or Grievous lead, I do think you're going to need a pretty decked out B1 to really get the most out of your teams. And yeah, we're gonna get destroyed in this. I mean, that's the way it was. I mean, I don't know too many people that went in their day one of P6 with their Rogue One team and just beat the brakes off that special mission. What a nightmare that was for months. Everyone's like, put Zetas on Jin. Ugh.
Yeah.
Just like, oh goodness. Some people have them on Cassian. One person I know has it on K2SO.
Yeah, I have an entire rogue team with Zetas. So.
2 people. Oh,
yeah.
God, yeah.
All 3. Oh, this is.
Cassian,
man.
I must have been asleep.
Yeah,
I must have been sleepwalking or something when that happened.
Well, the only reason Cassian's Zeta is because I did it by Boo Boo. But I had done Jin lead just because I always do the leads for anybody that I'm going to use.
Right.
But Cassian was a boo-boo. And I'd always worked on Trinity Base. So I was like, okay, let me just... So, yeah.
How far those two have fallen. They were the absolute meta for the longest time, and now they're just like
They're still really
Right.
good. I mean, you can take 3PO and R2 and go put them on some other team and still use Trip Bays with CLS, Han, and Chewie, and it's
Yep.
still really effective on offense. Very
Yep.
effective.
This question just came in. Let me take this so I don't miss it. N.R. Wilson says, he's referring to the Imperial Troopers. What is the best Imperial Trooper to take to Gear 13?
Oh, Imperial Trooper.
For the team or just individual?
I think he's talking about maybe like which one of the characters would
Well,
you pick?
if you get Stark, the 13, you can add those speed, and that can
yeah.
make him ridiculous. I mean, he's the one that needs the most speed, and those Gear 12 plus pieces on Stark can
Yep.
get him above 280. I mean, I saw one the other day on the 7. I was like, my dear Lord in heaven.
I think
Enjoy
mine's
killing
like
bounty hunters.
I think mine's like 286 or something. My Stark.
Yeah, and if you add the 20 speed you get from Veers, I mean, that makes them actually.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy killing bounty hunters with that team.
Yeah, it's fun, man. You just stick it on auto, and it just
It's ridiculous.
I got my pimp trooper in there, and he
Mhm.
just stops those little boots, and he just goes to town. I love it. I love watching him.
I'm trying to sit here and quickly look at what these characters get. I was going to say Snow Trooper, but he really gets a mixed bag here at Gear 12.
He gets the bayonet. So do a lot of them. But I
Yeah.
mean,
That's what I'm saying. It's like, but he doesn't like. If he got 2 bayonets, and like an additional damage piece on the right side, I would say go him because he'll get a tremendous amount
yeah,
of offense. But his stuff's kind of like he's got like a tactics piece here. He doesn't even need it.
no.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But,
It's kind of like they just went, hey, we're just going to slap some gear over here because we're not sure what to give him yet, and we don't want him like too OP.
That's right. That's right. Saying,
So- Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough. I don't think they haven't announced the actual stats of all the pieces yet, have they?
No, I don't think so.
No, that definitely hasn't come out yet. We haven't seen what they did show pictures of the pieces though.
Yeah, the rod, the shaft, and the something else.
The rod,
it was like
the shaft, and the something.
Okay, well, no, it's like the injector
Wow.
rod, injector. Oh,
Oh,
You know,
man, Maurice.
every piece though, like Carbanti even has like some tie to the lore, right? Like there is a Carbanti out there somewhere.
I want to get more back to the rod, the shaft.
now you got me blushing. All right, I got to look up the proper names now. I feel bad. But it's like injector or something. There might not be a rod. Yeah.
The helmet,
the rod, the shaft.
the helmet, the cover,
God, I can't.
Oh,
the lubrication.
goodness.
It's okay.
He just steps in it even more.
Okay, found it. Okay, thank you guys for making fun of me. Here we go.
You said it, man. I'm just sitting here like, okay, this is a good guy. Okay, what?
Yeah, see, exactly what I said. The injector head, handle, and cell. All right, we're going to go on to the next question. Billy Gunn, what do you guys think the GK capital ship requirement?
Well, I think we talked about that.
I
didn't we?
haven't even looked at it.
Clones.
Oh, that. Probably clones.
They would. I can't get past that.
I'm sorry.
It's not going to be separatists, right? So I mean, it has to be clones.
Oh,
Separatists were just used, so I would think it has to be clones.
I really think they're trying to bring stuff in to be able to use the factions that are down at the bottom of our pile. The next thing you know is that, who knows, Tuscans are going to have a ship, and we're going to have to work on them next.
That would be horrifying.
Yeah.
Please, God, no.
No, I've got some people in my guild who are total Tuscan fans, and they've totally G12'd and totally maxed out all the Tuscans.
I'm
You're
sorry to hear
starting a guild,
that.
yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's really.
I know.
Friends don't let friends. Gear 12, they're Tuscans. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you should see my, that in-game chat. it was like Tuscan. I'm like, oh my God, you people, it's because they have nothing else. So
Well,
they
I mean, if you
figure,
have
well, what
nothing
the
else-
heck?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, if you got nothing else, sure, go for it. I mean, at that point, it's like, yeah, get your Twelskins. I mean, if you got nothing else, go for it. But I mean,
Yep.
if we're talking a mid-tier player, I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you
Yep.
doing Twelskins? No, stop that. No, don't put that on them. No, don't stop.
All right. Vistara, what's up, man? He asked the next one. What star level will characters need to be for each phase of the GOTB?
It's probably starting. It's 4, so probably what 4 or 5. Unlike the other ones, probably minimum 4 or 5 stars. I'm thinking.
It's probably gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, that would be my first guess. I just, they mentioned the. I guess we really didn't even talk about it much tonight. The accolade. And it's kind of in the interview she was hinting at. I didn't listen to it super closely, so I'm trying not to try to paraphrase without misquoting.
Well, you don't have to quote. It's
just like it sounds like there's going to be almost like a couple phases, then like a little break in between where you fight the accolade or some sort of mini boss. She said they were looking for something between like a raid boss and like one of those heroic enemies that you fight in the old ones, like something in between.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
So it could, while it might be 4 phases, it might be 5 days. Maybe
Right.
or maybe 6 days. Maybe there's 2 little mini bosses in between. We'll see. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking they're going to let you in forced. I mean, they are setting a guild requirement of 80 million GP, isn't that what it is to get into it to begin with? So you might need a little higher stars than what the other ones require. God, I hope it's not 7-star. No, that'd be awful.
That would be pretty awful.
That'd be. But I would go ahead and put, some injector shafts. I would wager an ejector shaft that you're going to need the separatist droids.
Yeah.
Star. That's going to be the hard.
Yep.
That's going to be the moneymaker, and everyone starts panicking to get B1 and Droideka out of the shipments and refreshing the hard nodes and all that stuff. So yeah. We'll see. Nobody needs to panic about this.
No, don't panic.
You're going to get there. Look at the way, I don't know how you guys feel, but TB is kind of just, well, one of you guys said earlier, it's just kind of on auto. It's not difficult. It's just really.
Once you get, even for the low guilds, you're going to eventually, you're going to get to where you're like, certain thresholds you just have to hit, and you'll knock it out eventually, just like with any proficiency.
Yeah, don't panic because you can't do it the first time around. It's a progression.
Yeah, territory battles are not like anything else. You can't
Yeah.
bend your way to beat it. I mean, that's just too much of a jump. If you're 170 million and you're beating 45 on light and you're like 45, 46 on dark, there's no way in hell your whole guild's going to spend to get to the level you'll need for this new team. So take your time and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, just enjoy it. You're going to get there.
All right. Forbidden Shadow asked an interesting question. What do you think of Nest going to year 13?
God help us.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be
her-
crazy.
Let me look up her stat. What exactly? I know she gets. It's not a significant amount. It's not the exact same amount as Grievous. I looked at her the other day. I feel like she gets about half her health pool from that. So those mods are going to provide even more health. Yeah, she gets a med pack. She gets 2 bayonets, furnace, and a stun gun. So she gets 3 damage pieces, and then also she gets 6,500. It's about 1,300 health, 1,500 health. So roughly, I don't know, probably 40% of her health pool comes from that. So I mean, she's gonna get a pretty good all-around boost if you take her up. And I mean, the higher health pool is, the more protection up she gets. She could be a real pain.
Didn't they say that some of the tunes were not going to get like humongo boosts? There will be some tunes that will, but some of them just won't.
Yeah, they're going to also look at some of the tunes and about, reworking some of the stats and stuff like that. So we'll have to wait till we get more information on that.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see because who knows? She might be one of the ones that they don't do a whole lot with because she's already a lot as it is. So who knows?
I could see her getting very, very little protection, just simply because all that health is going to stack.
Right.
That's a good point. Yeah. So we'll have to see. We were trying to figure this out the other day. TMoney and I. There's really a lot of these characters. There's not really like an algorithm you can follow to see how much protection they get. Some of them are all over the place. It's like small, then like a massive protection up boost at gear 12. So
right, that's why I was thinking that they were kind of picking and choosing, certain tunes to be able to do that with.
Well, this is how they tune character. Like you guys remember how OP Scavenger Ray was until gear 12 came, and they just gave her a bunch of those intelligence pieces that gave her no benefit whatsoever.
Right,
it kind of balanced her back to almost to unusable until Jedi Knight Ray came out, or Jedi Training Ray. God, she was unstoppable for a long time in this. For you newer players.
Yep. You got her in Galactic War, and it was like, oh man, it's going to destroy my team.
Oh yeah, just power farming 3 nodes a day of Scav Ray, hard nodes, just trying to get her. Pair her with Royal Guard. Just there you go, you're good to go. Yeah, the stats of the piece are one thing different from the stats from upgrading to 13. Shays were soft nerfed in that way too. Yes, maybe. Perhaps that's what it was. But let's see. We got a couple more here, guys. If you guys have any more, get them in. Ray Rock asks, how fast does Shock T need to be? I have her at 258 speed right now.
How fast is her base speed?
179.
Second fastest in the game. You're going to be able to get...
That's pretty darn fast.
First. She needs to go first.
You want her going first.
Makes
you
me
need
wanna
her going. But if you just add, like, say, 140 to her, that puts her above the 310 range already, right there, near 320. So, like a high speed, decent spot set, you get her around 150. That'll put her around damn near 330.
Yeah, mine's only at 254 right now at gear 9.
Yeah, mine's like this. Yeah, something like that. So, she's nasty.
Yeah, this is going to be so fun. I'm excited.
Oh, you want to treat her, at least initially. There is some defense viability there. You gotta mod it differently. But if you're using an offense, you just want to mod her and have her kind of function exactly like Colonel Stark. Maybe if you fooled around with a new separatist like Dooku, they go first and just facilitate. Like I mentioned in the top 5, if Shock T goes first, she can feed the Terminator to Rex. Rex pops his move and everybody goes. So you get all your characters going before the other team.
Right.
That's how, if you want any chance of beating Darth Revan with it, which I don't think my initial tests haven't gone too hot, but that's the way you're going to have to do it.
Might be an interesting cleanup team.
Yeah. Well, it's a very good team. It's a very, very good team. It's just, it does have obviously, clearly you can't take out a Padme team. Those get way too much protection up. It's just, it'll be interesting to see. We've had it for 3 days, so it takes time to test this stuff. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there way more clone savvy than I am. I know McMole's having this is the best day of his life. He's just having the time of his life. But
yeah, he's probably partying right now. He's definitely got a cheese pizza out there. But yeah. So, any more questions?
I don't really see any more. Blah. Range Trooper is a good character to gear 13. Nathaniel Morgan keeps calling me Bomb. Felipe saying I won on TW with Shock T, Sarge, Clody, Fives, Echo against Kira without Nest. Very good, very good. And yeah, that's about it, guys.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody, coming out for 99. So just to give you a little bit of details about next week. Right now, I'm planning on having some special guests on the show. So we'll try to get together some old voices too from the past. You know, if I can get some old co-hosts or some old friends that used to join us frequently on the show from before. You know, we'll see what I can get together over the next few days. But we'll definitely be doing a couple of special things. I might be able to get together some old footage of some things, and we'll have some fun either way. I'm sure Ranger will be here for the 100th, and we'll get as many old timers as we can to join us from the past. I'm trying to reach out to a bunch of people, see if they'll come on. Maybe
no pressure, Ranger.
Maybe some game changers. If I can get a game changer or two to come on, we'll see. But it'll definitely be cool. We'll have a lot of fun with it. Hopefully, we'll have some more info. What were you gonna say, Ranger?
No, I'll be there next week.
Awesome. And we'll hopefully we'll have some more info about Geonosis territory battles and these new characters, and look forward to talking about that. But a lot of fun. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Definitely look forward to talking to you guys next week. May the force be with you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.